Hey, fellow classmates. So I'm Andy Revizu, and I'm doing my book on Fallen Leaves, the true story of an unwanted Chinese daughter. The main character and author is Adeline Yima. Yima. She is Chinese. Yenma. Sorry, clarification. Yenma. Okay, so it's just about her life now. It's really crappy, but in the end, like, she prevails. And it's like, oh, yay. So she's one of 7 children. She's the third youngest. The last two, the youngest two are stepchildren. So, her parents are all happy. Yay, we have children. So she's the fifth. And so when the mom gives birth to her, she dies a couple months later from complications. So in her culture, she's marked as the unlucky child because she's the cause of the mom's death. So the dad, for a while, is kind of like, I love you, but took away the love of my life. But it's okay because apparently he gets over it because like a while later he gets another wife and she's just like, oh my god, she's like the evil stepmom. Oh, which is really funny because there's a second book to this which is called Chinese Cinderella. So I guess that's where that got inspired from. So anyway, so like the stepmom comes in, she has a couple kids with dad, and she's just like, oh my gosh, she's just like a tyrant. She treats her kids all like, oh perfect, they get private tutors, everything because the dad is rich. He lives in Shanghai right now in the story. So like he's super rich, he's a businessman and stuff like that. And so all the original siblings do go to private schools, except they have to walk there, and it really sucks because like her and her sister have to walk like 1.5 miles, and the 3 brothers have to walk 3 miles just to get to school. And so they only own their uniforms and just sleepwear. So it's just how she grows up in a house where it's very demeaning. The mom's like, oh, you're never gonna amount to anything. You're just a burden to the family. And so it does reflect in her academic life. Not her academic life. Well, academically, yeah, she's like super successful. She's like, no, okay, I'm like great. So she gets A's in everything except for art, which is really funny because she'll get like a B plus in that, or she'll get like number 2. Because I guess in Shanghai or China, they don't get like A's and B's sometimes. They'll get just ranked within their class, and so she'll always be like number one, and then it's art, then she'll be like number 2. But yeah, and then when she gets older, she goes to boarding school, and the stepmom does it on purpose because she's not even in the house, and like they just like leave her there, just abandon her, and she'll get like a letter once in a while, I guess, like once a year, like, oh hey, happy birthday, you're still alive, that's good to know. And so it's near her graduation time, and all of a sudden the mom comes back in because I guess this is like the perfect age where it's like, oh, you should get married. And so the mom's like, oh, I'll set you up with someone, or I can get you this great like factory job, which is like, the whole thing where I'm like, the dad is rich, but she makes it sound like they're not, but they are. And so, Adeline's like, oh crap, I'm about to like doomsday right now. I gotta do something. So one of her outlets is actually writing, and so she submits a work to this big like writing competition, and she wins it, and it's in the newspaper. And it's really funny because one of her father's co-workers sees the article, and he's like, oh hey, isn't this like your daughter? And all of a sudden the dad's like, yeah. And he's like, wow, look at what my daughter's accomplished. So all of a sudden he kind of like remembers her again because he doesn't before. And he's like, hey, do you want to go to college? Because I think you have potential, because before I didn't think you did. And so she's like, yeah, because all of a sudden she was like, this is like the turning point in her life. She's like, yes, I have a future again. And so she goes to college, she goes to America, and like, she meets her first husband, and then that doesn't really work out, but she gets a second one, and it's like great and everything. And it's just really funny because this whole book is about like family dynamics. And so like, it's just like, man, the stepmom is crazy. She like tries to pit them against each other, and it actually works sometimes because she doesn't talk to all of her siblings anymore because a lot of them will just report everything back to the stepmom. And it's crazy because they live all over the world, and like they still report back to the mom who still lives in Shanghai. It's like crazy, the dynamics. And so as time goes on and she's an adult, she gets disowned, and then like she has other siblings that get disowned, but then the mom's like, oh no, come back, no, you're disowned again. It's like really funny sometimes, but it's actually really sad because her aunt who lived with her when she was a child gets stuck in China when it's like communist, and so she can't visit her, and the mom's like, no, you will not help the aunt come out because she never liked the aunt. And so when she's older, her family goes and visits the aunt. She sees like the life she's living. She's really sad, but she loves her and stuff. And so they get her a nice apartment and things. Yeah. So kind of slowed down in this conversation. That's my report. Okay, bye guys.